If you met your 16-year-old self, what advice would you give to them? Story 1. You might not want anything to do with your parents' thought now. Just remember, they're in your corner and they've got your back. They won't be there forever. Ask them what you can while you can. Story 2. You will get to know many people and groups you will not fit in with. The problem was never you or what you said or did. It was shitty people projecting onto you. Know your worth and vibe with people who vibe with you. Force nothing. Story 3. Hey, how's it going a month and a half later? Tell me you two haven't broken up. Also tell me that you haven't had sex. It's a bit too early for that, even at you slightly older age. Anything interesting happen in this short time? Aight then. See ya. Story 4. Your family is antimatter. They are lesson. Forgive and don't depend on them. Go after things you love no matter how much criticism you get and start facing fears. Love the hell out of yourself. Forgive others and yourself. Embrace who you are and think how much you can change in 10 years. Don't stay because you're afraid to hurt people or yourself. Look into limiting beliefs and shadow work. Story 5. Don't go into the city for your weird NY project. Find something else. I was in a bad car accident on my way back from filming for that project. I wasn't physically hurt, but it broke the dam on my anxiety, and I'm constantly living with this aftermath. I still remember the song on the radio. I haven't listened to I Want Candy in over 20 years. Story 6. Stop! Just stop. You have absolutely nothing to be angry about. I'm sorry your parents make you feel like an afterthought and you can't talk to them, but that was how they were raised. Just be different with your kids and stop being a self-destructive little asshole. You're actually kind of likable when you're not being a complete dick. Story 7. Pain is not dangerous. It's just there to tell you there's something to pay attention to. So don't ignore it. Don't avoid it. Become friends with it instead. Because there's an enormous amount of pain you're about to experience, and hiding it away is going to lock you into a very lonely and scary and bitter existence until you're as old as I am. You'll think you're protecting yourself by doing that, and it's true, but the way you're about to do it is going to hurt you so much more than facing it initially. Let me help you. I'll talk with you and be there for you so you don't have to go through it alone. Story 8. Mine, it seems, is different from other people here. I would tell my 16-years-old self to cause trouble and do stupid shit. I don't mean life-altering troubles, just enough to not be such a goody two-shoes, and also, so I don't have to learn and do the stupid shits in my early 20s. Story 9. Be grateful for the people that are around you. Be thankful and express your gratitude and love to them. Live with no fear. Be your authentic self and not what others want to see. And lastly, do not think rush growing up. Enjoy being a kid cause time goes by so fast, and when you hit your mid-20s you will regret not having done so many things when you had the chance. Story 10. First thing would probably be to stay the F away from the girl you fell in love with. She doesn't give a flying F, and you're gonna develop a toxic attachment to her and waste a good 5 years chasing after her, right when you're supposed to be setting yourself up for the future. Then to work on yourself. Physically, mentally, emotionally, financially, and most importantly spiritually in preparation for the tragedies that are about to occur in your life so you can bear through them and allow the suffering to strengthen and better you rather than cripple and paralyze you and your will to live. After that, I'd probably tell him to prepare to make sacrifices, whether that be hobbies or interests or relationships, because you need to get your shit together first. How are you going to help and support others when you can't even do that for yourself? To use an analogy, when your plane is crashing down, you put on your own oxygen mask first, before helping others put on theirs. Take care of your family as much as you are able, but don't beat yourself up when you can't. Your family is hurting in more ways than one, and there's no way you can fix all of our problems. Learn to let go when you must. Always remember and honor their sacrifices. You wouldn't be able to have life with many opportunities without their aid. I'd then tell him to adopt a growth mindset always. You only know a microscopic fraction of what there is to know, and even that is a fraction of what there is to be known about the world and of reality. Don't stop learning. Don't beat yourself over for failing. It's part of the process. Value faith, hope, love, wisdom, humility, kindness, forgiveness, and innocence. The world is a dark, dark place, but your life in it also has the potential to be something amazing, beautiful, meaningful, and worth living for. So don't lose the wonder and awe you once had as an innocent child. Don't be childish, though. Find something to drive you, like an impossible, unachievable goal, then plan out short-term, mid-term, and long-term sub-goals to try and reach that impossible goal. When you have direction, you won't be lost. Duh. Always make art. Don't let creativity die. Treat yourself once in a while. Don't just study or work. Get your ass up and work or study. Don't just lounge around and play video games all day. Keep your mind sharp. Don't stay in one job for more than 3, 5 years. You're not a specialist or a career guy. You don't care about that. You're a generalist with an innate drive to try as many things as you can. Life's too short to just have a single vocation or occupation. As they say, a jack of all trades is a master of none, but oftentimes better than a master of one. Set yourself up so you can travel the world, starting with your country. Oh, and get a dog, so you can be a man and his dog going on an adventure of a lifetime. Maybe save enough to buy a tiny house on wheels, a nice truck to haul that thing, a motorcycle, and a sports car. On that note, learn to physically defend yourself and your doggo, and learn the law as much as you can of where you go, so you are safe wherever you go. Once you do that, connect with the local communities wherever you go. Get to know and love them. Get to be someone who can positively contribute to their lives and create transformative interactions. People everywhere are hurting, all the time. Be someone whose presence is healing and transforming. You may have different viewpoints, beliefs, and cultures, but you can always find a way to connect and heck even discuss those things. Maybe record your journey somehow, with journaling, photography, videography, painting, drawing, etc. Again, stay true and humble. Be noble. Maintain a high standard of morality. Uphold justice and goodness. Don't settle for less. Then keep on keeping on, my dude. Story 11. If I met my 16-year-old self, I'd probably start by saying, "Hey, remember all those cringe-worthy moments you're stressing about? Trust me, they make for great stories later on." Then, I'd suggest investing in some Bitcoin and maybe lay off the hair gel a bit. Oh, and don't worry too much about fitting in. Being unique is way cooler than blending in with the crowd. Embrace your quirks, they're what make you awesome. Story 12. Take a different course, one that's in demand outside the country. It's near impossible to get a job with this course outside of it. Your gut instinct is right. Try to buy and sell stuff as early as now, and invest in stocks, and be one of the first to avail of Bitcoin. The class comedian's advice on us was too real. Don't let anyone get in your way of happiness. Your next phone is going to be trash, and this will result in a downward spiral to you losing all contacts. Mom and Dad will burn your hobbies that you saved so much money for, and also have the puppy killed because they never really cared about the dogs when you're on a review for an exam. Also, don't lose the one, even when the world tries to make you lose, and your family gets in the way. Decide on a meetup place and day, in case you before you lose the phone. Also, timidity is seen as incompetence in the eyes of the boomer biles. They will chew us out for their own incompetence. Story 13. Be stronger. You were born accidentally because your father and mother just wanted to have a good time. Don't believe anyone in this world. Thus, this world is already spoiled, and you have got to be stronger because this world will steal your happiness if you are not careful with certain people. Father is a lie. The mother is a lie. Friends don't exist. Only those who mind benefit from that relationship. Don't show you're good at anything. The government is only helping themselves, plus there is always war and victims. There will be always evil, and there always be someone who wants to take advantage of you. Be stronger. Be more yourself. And for fuck's sake, don't shovel your head into other people's assholes when somebody tells you to do. Story 14. Don't take up jogging and F up your knees by 33. Go for walks and hikes instead. Do something you love to do physically. Stop eating hot Cheetos. It will mess up your stomach really bad. And also that girl that your friend introduced to you, avoid her at all costs. She is a menace. Hopefully you'll still meet the love of your life. At that point in time, he wasn't at your school anymore, but hang out with Jackie and them. They're good people, and her friends will lead you to another friend, which will lead you to the love of your life. He's out there, don't worry. Also, get a job once you're out of high school. Help your parents keep the house. Story 15. Go see a counselor. And stop bottling up all the anger. You'll explode one day and it'll put you on a path to self-destruction. Our mother was wrong when she said men don't have emotion. You are a human being. And stop being so hard on yourself. You'll get there. And remember, if you go to a bar on St. Patty Day when you're 17 and get shit-faced, make sure you go the opposite way of the cops and not run into them. Bye. Story 16. Follow your dream. Either go in IT or join the military. Your parents will not support either of them, but they suit you. Don't prove yourself to the wrong crowd. Be you, and find the specific girl that will fit you. She's been closer to you than you think the whole time. Get into Bitcoin when the first, second, or third guy tells you are smart enough to understand. You don't need to buy the whole thing. And when you listen to the first one, you'll be set. Other than that, if you decide to live your life exactly the same, you have come from far. Great kids, you may be proud of yourself. Keep going and see what happens next. Keep improbing, take all chances you get, and hope that the one you are into right now is the one you grow old with. Story 17. Learn to work on your temper by trying to socialize with more people and record your conversations to hear for yourself what you sound like when you get overwhelmed. Your twin sister is stressed out. Don't make her feel bad. She is learning just like you. Never trust HR and focus on your own stories instead of trying to make others happy. And maybe try learning programming as an alternative job choice. Story 18. I would give my 16-year-old self a huge hug. Then I would advise myself to start going to therapy, to see a psychiatrist about BPD, and would urge my younger self to do DBT. I might have avoided a whole lot of pain in my 20s had I known about my disorder earlier and gotten some kind of help for it. Story 19. I know you've been the smart kid your whole life, but keeping your 4.0 isn't a guarantee that everything else in life will fall into place. Also, you're more than your grades and test scores. You do a good job of telling other people that, but you need to treat yourself with the same kindness you show others. You have so much more value than just your report card, I promise. When Emma wants to use the 15-pound dumbbells at morning soccer practice in the summer, say no. Maybe then you won't tear your labrum and spend the rest of high school weathering waves of excruciating pain. If you do still pull your bicep, it's not a pulled bicep. Go to the doctor. You need PT, so that hopefully you won't need surgery. And no, Mom won't believe you. But if you try to just push through the pain, it'll only get worse. Trust me. By the way, the trumpet player with the silver trumpet and the infectious smile in the pep band, his name is Devin. He's a good one. Just remember, you've still got to work on you. Otherwise, you'll lose yourself and your relationship. Story 20. Life is too short to let your parents' religion tell you how to live your life. Go talk to that girl you thought the world of, but didn't take the chance to date. Because you'll end up a forevermore bachelor, lonely recluse, resentful of your foolish actions that waste your youth on helping others and not yourself. Story 21. She's gonna cheat on you soon, after 4 years together, and say, God doesn't want us to be together. But she'll keep sleeping with you anyway. And you're gonna stay cause, well, you're 16, LOL. You do you, but she's not your happiness. Neither is the next woman. But our son is 1 year old. He's perfect. Life will feel hopeless, but when he is born, and you hold him for the first time, nothing else in the world will matter. I'd give myself a very much needed hug, then a punch in the face. That's when I'll just disappear. LOL. Story 22. Depends on if it's before or after I got kicked out of high school. If it's before, then I'd tell myself to get my shit together and start paying attention to school. And if it is after I get kicked out of high school, I'd tell myself to fucking sue the shit out of the school and just deal with going to the charter school. Story 23. Stop Mom from rollerblading forever. Ignore everything your sister says. She's a bitch until she turns 25. Then she's all right if not still full of herself. I mean, I know you already know she's a bitch and hate her currently, but you feel bad about it and want to make up with her. Don't feel bad. You can't help her. It is 100% on her, and she realizes that later. Don't watch porn. Your friends may think it's okay, but it's not. It fucks with your brain and is addicting. Be more confident in yourself. But stop being an arrogant little twat when you get straight A's without studying. It's cool, but don't try one up everyone else. When you're 18, ask that girl you play dodgeball with out on a date. You may be good looking and could get better, but she was perfect on the inside. And the only thing wrong was her nose. She was a 9. You already know it's a mistake to judge by looks, but you turned her down anyways over a fucking slightly wide nose, you narcissist. Story 24. Life is a dumpster fire right now, and it's going to get worse for a while. When you've learned from all that just how resilient and strong you are going to build a great life for yourself. Be kind to your mom because she won't see 60, and be kinder to your daughter because she won't talk to you again after she leaves home at 20. Story 25. I would tell myself to stand up and fight back. I was bullied and hazed pretty badly. Redo of Healer is close in comparison. I would tell myself that it's hard, but you need to fight back. You'll look back and regret it. Also, you are beautiful, and you will get married to an amazing man. Don't attempt toaster bath. Stop picking at your skin. Stay out of the drugs. They do dull the pain, but it comes back tenfold when they wear off. Just be kind and get mad in the right situations. Spend more time with your parents and grandpa. They won't be here much longer. Especially, spend time with Dad and Terrell. I know you are behind academically. Even if you are valedictorian here, you need to take your passions seriously and stop being lazy. Your mom has cancer. Take her to a different doctor to get treated because Chabib is poisoning her. You will make it, I promise. If you need me, remember to lay in the grass, feel the dirt and breeze, and have a nap. You can always contact me that way. Take advantage of nature because you will miss it. Story 26. Don't take your health for granted. If there are things you want to do and places you want to go, find a way to do that as soon as you can. I opted to wait until the time was right, but cancer had different ideas. Now I'm free to travel and have the money, but I am physically unable to do it. Live your dreams while you can. Story 27. Check up on that one friend. He may have been happy at your birthday party, but check up on him. Cut your hair before your mother does. She will forcefully shave it off. Get that job down at the pet store. You would have loved it, and mother couldn't protest since it's literally next door. Use your money to buy food. Because Christ, you are skinny. Do not go to junior year homecoming. It's going to be okay. All the pain you've endured via your mother, your peers, it stops eventually. You'll find a nice guy and your dad and stepmom have your back no matter what. Go down to Texas one last time before grandma's dementia sets in.